Hello everyone and welcome back to Manisha Ki Kaksha. This video is the second part of the story of Sindbad the Sailor. In the first part, we ended where the Sindbad was left alone and had spent night alone at the sea. Now let's begin with the next para. When the next day dawned, Sindbad was happy to see that he had floated near an island, a real big island. He could see hills and woods and trees at a distance. Though he was extremely tired, he swam to the shore with all the strength that he could muster. Exhausted and hungry, he lay on the sand for some time. Then again, he made an effort and began to walk inland towards the shady fruit trees that he could see at a distance. So next morning, Sindbad found himself near an island. And this time it was a real island. He saw hills and trees at a distance. He was very tired, but with all his strength he swam to the shore. He was exhausted, means very tired, and hungry too. So he rested on the sand for some time and again started walking towards the fruit trees. Luckily, this was the time when the king of that island sent his horses to the seashore with the grooms. The grooms saw Sindbad and gave him food and drink. Then they took him to the king. The king was impressed by the way Sindbad told him about what had happened. He asked Sindbad to stay with him and work as an officer of the king at the port. Now, the king of that island had sent his horses with the grooms. Here, grooms are the persons who take care of horses. The grooms saw Sindbad and gave him some food and drink. They took him to the king. Sindbad told him the whole matter. The king was very impressed by Sindbad and asked him to stay there and work as an officer of the king at the port. Sindbad stayed there for a few days, learning a lot from king and the people on the island, and in turn telling them about the other cities and ports that he had visited. At the port, Sindbad often made enquiries about any ships coming from or going to Baghdad, but no such ship ever came to that port. So Sindbad stayed there and learned a lot from the king and the people of the island. And he too told them about the other cities and ports that he had visited. Time to time he used to inquire if any ship came or went to Baghdad, but no such ship ever came to that port. Then one day a ship arrived at the island with a lot of merchandise. Sindbad was at the quay when the cargo from that ship was being unloaded. He was surprised to see that his own name was marked on some of the boxes. Then he went to see the captain of the ship. At first, the captain could not believe that it was the same Sindbad that they had seen drowning in the sea. But when Sindbad spoke to him face to face, he recognized him. He was overjoyed to see Sindbad alive. He gave him back all his merchandise. तो एक दिन एक शिप उस आइलैंड में आई बहुत सारे सामान के साथ. And that time Sindbad was at quay. Quay is a part of port where ships are loaded or unloaded. He was surprised to see his name marked on some of the boxes. So he went to see the captain of that ship. The captain could not believe because उसने तो Sindbad को पानी में डूबते हुए देखा था. But when Sindbad spoke to him, he recognized him. The captain was overjoyed, means very happy to see Sindbad alive. कैप्टन ने सिंदबाद को उसका सारा सामान रिटर्न कर दिया. From the goods that he thus got back, Sindbad presented the most valuable items to the king of the island, saying, "Please accept this, your majesty. You have been very kind and very generous to me." The king was pleased. He too gave Sindbad many valuable gifts when Sindbad left the island with the merchant ship. If you want to know what happened to Sindbad afterwards, you have to read the rest of the story of his fantastic voyages. तो सिंदबाद को जो सामान वापस मिला उसमें से सबसे वैल्यूएबल मीन सबसे कीमती आइटम्स उसने किंग को प्रेजेंट किए एंड ही थैंक्ड हिम फॉर बीइंग सो काइंड एंड जेनरस टू हिम. द किंग वॉज प्लीज्ड एंड ही टू गेव सिंदबाद मेनी वैल्यूएबल गिफ्ट्स एंड सिंदबाद left the island with the merchant ship. So children, this was the story of the first voyage of Sindbad. If you want to know more, you can read the story of his other fantastic voyages. So what do you think, children? I hope you must have enjoyed the story. और आपने देखा होगा सिंदबाद कितना ब्रेव पर्सन था और कैसे मुश्किल हालातों में भी, डिफ़िकल्ट सिचुएशंस में भी वो कभी भी हिम्मत नहीं हारता था और हर मुश्किल का सामना हिम्मत के साथ करता था. सो यू ऑल्सो शुड फॉलो all these things in your life, right? So here are some important word meanings for you. Go through them. So children, it's bye for now. See you soon in the next video. Till then, keep reading, keep enjoying. Take care.